What's up, you guys? Alright, it's time for me to get rolling now. I just finished my 34-hour reset. If you watched my last video, you might have seen that I talked about needing to do a 34. We are currently at the Flying J in Russellville, Arkansas. Getting ready to go pick up a load at the Tyson facility in Waldron, Arkansas. Okay, so talked in the last video that there was a possibility I'd be picking up at this location, at this Waldron facility. And I also said if I do, I cannot vlog inside their property. Well, if I do, I can only show you the interior footage. So when we get there, I might, I don't know, I might just cut out all of that, or I might just show the interior footage, because they can't tell me that I can't record myself what I'm doing. But they had, because I had a couple of videos, previous pickups over there, and somebody over there, one of the management people over there, I guess, expressed a concern to JCT about video footage of their facility being on YouTube. So they had asked JCT if they could talk me into taking the videos down, or at least the one that they knew about. I had two, but they only said something about one. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. I never said anything bad about them in either of those two videos. Even our fleet manager was watching the videos and couldn't figure out what the problem was. But such is life. I don't know if it was just a particular manager there or whatever who had a concern, but being that JCT and Tyson is JCT's #1 customer, and I don't want to get DNR'd from the location if I don't need to over something stupid like that. So I went ahead and I didn't take the videos down, but I didn't privatize them, but I basically unlisted them. So you can't just find the video on my channel. You have to actually know the URL to it, which basically I'd have to supply it to somebody who wants to see it. Why am I not in driving status? Huh. Weird. Oh, now my thing's in driving. I was like, why wasn't it in driving status already? It should have been in driving status by the time I left the parking lot. It just went into driving status now, though. Alright, so right here is the Conagra facility we just delivered to yesterday. And instead of making a left to go over there, we're going to turn right. I have a zoomed out view right now, so you can get a kind of an idea where we're at in relation to Waldron. I'm going to zoom back out so you can see it. Alright, up there at the top of the screen, it's basically oriented west-southwest from my current location. You can see the north-south flag up there on the top right. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit, though. Because I do need to, now there is a street over here that I'm going to need to make a left turn on. I'm going to, you can see the green colored road on there, the traffic data road there. That's not the actual street I'm going to turn on, or, that thicker green one, right where it says Russellville. I'm going to turn left before I get to that point at, Alright. So that street, I can't read it. It starts with a K. It comes down around basically along the east side of Russellville, and then curves off to the right and runs back into that same highway that I was talking about. That's where we're actually going to turn. I always forget the name of that highway, though. 71 or whatever. I don't know. It's like an alternate, like a truck route, whatever it is. No, I don't think that's 71. Because 71 parallels I-49, basically. I mean, I don't know. It's Could be 71, but I want to say it was something else. 17 or I forget. We'll just keep watching here. Get through the little area here, and then I guess once I'm done kind of needing to pay attention to, and especially in town, there's a lot that could go, a lot of distractions that could require more attention outside the truck. And also making sure I make the right the correct turn as well. So yeah, see, we're coming up on that intersection already really fast there, it looks like. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, I think it'll be this traffic light up here. Yeah, it should be a left turn at this light. Yeah, I did. Okay, Highway 7. 7 Tango. Now, right here in front of this 10 box plus, whatever. This is the one I want to use. See, it even says truck route 7 Tango, turn left right here. Now, I did actually go straight ahead the first time I ever went to Waldron through here. But, yeah, it's not quite so truck friendly. I even did encounter a local law enforcement over there, but he didn't do anything about me going through there. I would have used the excuse I don't want to use 7 Tango though. I wanted to use some other highway number, whatever it was that was going through the area, and that's what I figured I needed to do was just follow that road. And but why would I go on here if I'm not trying to be on Highway 7? Okay, right lane, turn right only. Okay. Alright, so it won't be too long a drive here, and we'll end up on sure, whatever that highway is. I forget. Okay, so I'm not going to be running normal speed all the way to the customer. I'll just talk about what I want to talk about in this video, and then I'll run high speed for you like I typically do, and then when we get over there, I'll let you see what to expect when you're in the area there, especially at night, because more often than not when I go there, it's at night. Doesn't mean that I have to go there at night, but yeah, and actually in this case, okay, my drop dead time is like 6 something in the morning tomorrow. However, I got a message from our planner earlier today saying that it's already ready to go now. So, or earlier today, this afternoon, I believe is when I got it from him. So, I'm like, well, I'm still on my 34. I can't do anything until my 34 is up. So, as soon as my 34 is up, and of course, you guys know I like to drive at night, so it worked out great. Alright, so my trailer still smells a bit like garlic, so I'm hoping they don't raise a stink about it, having an odor to it, and telling me I have to wash it out. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I should have left the vent door open earlier, and I was going to open the vent door before driving right now, but the safety wire thing on there, the cable thing, whatever, that's meant to keep the vent door in the open position when I'm driving, decided it wasn't, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's on there just fine, but I can't get it's useless. There's nowhere for me to hook it onto. It's too short for me to put the latch through it, but it's too long for it to be useful if I latch the latch and then try to hook it with that cable. So I don't know. I mean, usually they only check one door anyway. As long as they usually just look in and make sure that it's that it's clean most of the time. At least my experience with most shippers. So hopefully they won't make a big deal out of the garlic odor. I don't know, I might even open the vent door when I get over there or something, just in case. Okay, we're going to be making a left turn at the light up here. What is this? Oh, this is trash? Okay. Yeah, there'll be a light coming up. Be a left turn. And, yeah, we'll come down. Where is that? Turn out again. Might be in that Danville area there. I can't remember which turn it is, but basically, I want to take that. Okay, it looks like there's a highway that goes more directly to the facility there, but it's got a lot of curves. I'm not sure I really want to go that direction. Not even sure it's truck legal. I know for sure the one that goes through Havana and Magazine and Boonville, I know for sure that is truck legal. That's the way I went last time too. I honestly don't know if is this I can't remember. Did I make this turn last time or no? Okay, yeah, it's right over here. Coming down the street where I'm going to have that. Yeah. I remember I had a left turn and then a right after that. That's coming right up here. Here in Dardanelle. Alright, so I guess what I want to talk about today is something I see commonly getting asked by drivers. Who don't have, primarily drivers who don't have experience lumping their own loads, actually, is what I would say. Okay, so this question that I frequently see elsewhere on social media in general is why does this lumper service charging me a restacking fee when I didn't have any load shift? Yeah, so a lot of times drivers think that when they see that restack fee on their lumper receipt, it means that something like the load shifted or something, and that they had to restack it because it shifted or fell over or something like that. No, that is not why they charge that. Yes, they can charge a restacking fee if it really did shift. However, in most cases, that is not why they're charging that. Normally they charge that because of, they have to move, basically, yeah, you might have several items. Let me double check where we're at here. Now keep going straight. Okay, so you might have several items on the same pallet that comes out of your trailer. Come on, car. But then once it comes out of your trailer and it's on the warehouse floor, they have to separate it into all their individual pieces. And on top of that, sometimes even the individual line items, whatever, it's maybe you might have 20 cases of a particular product on that pallet, along with a bunch of other stuff on that same pallet. Okay, let's just say you have 5 different items, line items on that one pallet. Okay, each one of those line items has to have its own pallet, but then each pallet that those line items go on also has a limitation on how many cases you can put on each particular pallet. There's I don't know the in and out behind that because I've never worked inside a warehouse. However, I know generally that it works this way because I lumped my own load one time before and I learned this. And I'll talk about that more in a bit here. Okay, so when we get up to the end of the road, all trucks follow marked highways. When we get up to the end of the street, we're going to make a left, and then a very short distance, and then a right. I'll go ahead and slide over now, since we're getting close. I believe it's the red light up ahead. That's where I'll be turning. Yeah. Okay, so let's say you got 20 cases of line item 1 on that pallet. Well, they're manifesting for their PO thing. We'll say only maybe they only want 8 or so cases on one pallet. So they'll actually you'll only put 8 cases on that pallet, and then they'll get another pallet on top of it, and then put another 8 on that pallet, and then the remaining 4 will go on a third pallet. So that's the restacking that goes on. Yeah, so I had one. Since you have kind of a basic understanding. That's kind of the short, simple answer to that. Now I'll go into a little story time and how I figured this out myself. I didn't, because most people end up asking somebody else and finding out or something, but I ended up figuring this out on my own because of lumping my own load. Okay, Danville, we're going to go through there. I talked about in that last video that I've done a pickup in Danville before, and it's the same way to, still go this same direction to get over there. Alright, so story time. Alright, I was with Sierra England. I had a restaurant warehouse type of delivery to make in Suffolk, Virginia. I stayed overnight at that Frank's truck stop or whatever it's called over there in Chesapeake, and get my cruise control set to the new speed limit here, 45. Alright, so I stayed overnight at that Frank's travel center right there off Military Highway and whatever that not US 64 is it? I can't remember what that US highway is right there. But, well, I-64 is right there as well, but there's a US highway as well. I just can't remember the number on it. But, okay, so anyway, I had like a 7 a.m. Appointment time, I think, if I recall. And for some reason, my alarm did not go off and wake me up, or if it did go off, it didn't wake me up successfully. So I ended up waking up about half hour late or something like that, or just a little bit late. But I ended up showing up at the customer about half an hour too late, or later than my appointment time. And I get over there, and the lady asked me, in the receiving office asked me, do you want to hire a lumper, or do you want to unload it yourself? I'm like, you know what? I got here late, so I don't want to be an inconvenience more than I already have been. I'll go ahead and lump it myself. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass load to lump, but I learned a lot from that. Yeah, it was actually a very valuable learning experience for me, to be honest with you. All right, so let me get this zoomed out. Alright, yeah, Danville's where we're gonna turn. I might try that other street over there. Well, actually, no, I think I usually still go over, because I want to say they don't like trucks being over there on that one part of Waldron. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that more northern route there. Then kind of circle my way down, I guess. Okay, so I go ahead and lump my own load. I had 26 pallets of product, and oh my God, there was 3 pages of line items. It was a lot. I had no idea what I was putting myself in for by volunteering to lump that particular load. Had I done some other kind of load, probably would have had a much easier time. Might not have learned as much, though. But anyway, I get in there. I start pulling the pallets out. Or actually, they kind of walked me through what to do. They told me, every pallet, I use a regular pallet jack because I'm not allowed to use their electric pallets or their forklifts or anything. So I'm not certified on them. So I had to use a manual pallet jack. I pull each pallet one at a time, basically, and inventory them and check off on the manifest what came out of the trailer and all that, and then the manifest shows how many items, how many of that particular line item could go on each pallet, and you just basically kind of spread them around, on the outside corners or whatever particular ways where it, it covers the most, covers the largest area on the pallet possible, but it's all evenly spaced with what cases are on the pallet. So, yeah, I had all kinds of like different types of salad dressings, mayonnaises, mustards, ketchups, and all this, anything you can imagine that a restaurant uses for basic supplies. It was probably on my trailer. Like I said, it was a lot of line items, and some of those line items I ended up really did have to put like one single line item onto 2 or 3 different pallets before moving on to the next one. So all in all, it took me about 5 hours to finally finish unloading, inventorying, and getting everything restacked the way it was supposed to be. So it took me that much time to restack. Now, I don't know what I'm doing there so much, but a proficient warehouse worker can obviously get that done more quickly, but that kind of load, I don't care how proficient you are, how experienced you are, you're probably not gonna get all of that restacked and stored and done with until probably a few hours later, easily. So because of that experience I had there, now whenever I see a BOL, a load I'm picking up or that I'm getting ready to deliver, I can have a pretty good idea just by looking at the BOL how long I should expect to sit in a dock door. If there are a lot of line items, if it's a complicated load, I know, or I better expect that I'm going to be in that dock door a pretty good amount of time. If it's a more simple load, like that garlic load I just finished delivering yesterday, okay, it was all one line item. It was a bunch of pallets, but it was everything was one line item. There was not one bit of difference on anything on any pallet. It was just how many cases were on each pallet, as long as they were all, they had the right number of cases and all the cases were the correct items and all that kind of stuff. That's all they needed to know for the most part. And, of course, whatever quality checks, there's the sniffer snitcher devices that are in there as well. So that was a lot easier load to deal with. But I remember I had one when I was actually still with Sierra England. I picked up a load in Belvedere, Illinois, at the Americold facility over there. Left lane for passing only. Which one was that? That was at the frozen facility, the one that's a little further east of the other. Well, when I got the load, and I remember I was signing for the bills, I was even talking to the loader, the shipping office guy about it, like, man, that must have been a real pain in the ass load for you guys, wasn't it? And he was like, man, I'm not going to lie, I was actually hoping you weren't going to show up because that load had like 26 PO numbers on it and a whole bunch of line items as well on it. So that was, a real bitch of a load for them to process in the shipping office, as well as, to palletize and load and all that. And same issue when I got the load to wherever it went. I think it went to Brundage, Alabama. I could be wrong though. It could have been Opelika, Brundage, or I don't know, somewhere. It might have been one of those, or maybe even Gas City, Indiana, or Auburn, Indiana. Those are all common places I would, Walmart DCs that I would commonly go to as a Sierra England driver. But I was pretty sure it was one of those 4. I just don't remember which one it was. And that guy, even admitted it himself. It was a shitty load. Then when I got downrange to the other end, same situation there. It took a long time to unload it, and I was like, man, I can't say I blame him. that many PO numbers and all that kind of crap, yeah, I feel them because I've done it myself before. So, okay, so let me zoom out just a little bit. You can see, yeah. Okay, when I get down here into Danville, I'm gonna basically hook off to the right. Let me get on a straightaway here, and then I will change my zoom back where I need it, so I make sure I know what street I need to turn on here. Now, I don't navigate the normal way that everybody else does. I do not blindly follow GPS like most drivers do. I tend to scout out the route that I want to do before I actually even do the route normally. And, so I'll know, like, hey, this road has curves on it that look like I don't really want to deal with, and there's a better chance when there's curves like that, or it's probably not truck legal either. Definitely not truck friendly, even if it is. Now, whereas the route that I'm going to take it's got curves, but they're not that bad, and it's a more truck friendly way to go. So that's why I tend to go that direction. And also because I know that there's spots over there in Waldron that they don't want trucks in. Alright, so I'm going to get zoomed in, and we'll make, it'll be, I think the road just curves to the left up there. And then it curves to the right, and then right after the right curve, I'll turn right. Alright, so that kind of covers what this video is about. Now let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and run some high speed. I don't know how much it's of interest to you guys, but then you guys got the bookmarks / chapters you can always use in the video description, or I think they also have them readily accessible to you on if you're watching on a mobile device as well. Just use those if you want to skip straight to showing up in Waldron, okay? Alright guys, we are getting into Waldron now. Coming up on the 45 zone here. Okay, so don't make the same mistake I made before, and what a couple of my friends I know for sure made as well. Alright, so you're going to naturally think that the place to turn is where that traffic light up ahead is at. That's not where we're turning. We're actually turning before that. Right where the Sonic Burgers is at is where we're going to turn. Now, during the daytime, that Sonic is very easy to find. During the nighttime, when it's closed, not easy. So it's real easy to miss if you're, if you don't know what you're looking for over here. Basically right after this, this Littlefield whatever market, we're gonna be turning right up here. Alright, yeah, see, here's a Sonic right here. It's very easy to want to go straight to the light, but that's not where you want to go. Alright, it's a tight left turn here, kind of. There's an island right there to stay clear of. Yeah, I just barely cleared it. Okay, there'll be an intersection coming up here. Let me get my thing relocated for you. I think it's a traffic light right up there. I think that's where we're going to be turning, if I remember right. Yeah, and you'll actually see signs up here saying Tyson, turn left, and then if you're coming from Tyson, see, there's a Tyson sign right there. Yeah, turn left right where this green light is at. But if you're coming from Tyson, there'll be a sign right over here saying no trucks. Or yeah, truck route right there. You'll see it on the way out of here. I got a bunch of trucks, not a lot of trucks, but a few of them parked over here. This dirt lot over here, a bobtail, and a Tyson trailer over here. I don't see any JCTs over here. Okay, we're gonna make a left turn right after we get across these railroad tracks, and the guard shack will be right up here. Okay, once we get up here to the guard shack, I'm gonna have to keep the view on me so I don't piss these guys off. Just in case. I don't want to have to take this video down. Hello. Alright guys, we're checked in now. Okay, so basically we're going to go find a spot to drop or empty in. And from there, one of the guys inside will actually meet me out there and give me my bills. And then, you know, I'll find out where my trailer's at after I get the bills, hook to it, and head back out. Alright, so on the satellite view there, you should be able to see the series of trailers that are parked slanted coming up over here on the west end. And that's most likely where I'm going to find my loaded trailer. Any open spot I can find over in that neck of the woods is where I can drop my empty. Actually, around the corner, ideally would be preferred, but sometimes you got to go for those slanted spots just because last time I came here, it was a shit show with drop trailers everywhere, and really just had to drop it wherever it fit. Actually, last time I came here, I think I had to wait for was it a hurricane? No, it wasn't a hurricane driver. There was a hurricane driver, and then right next to, or I'm trying to get into the spot next to him, or no, yeah. But actually, a prime driver or whatever it was. Yeah, I think it was a prime driver. I had to help him get into, put his empty in at one spot. And then, see, there's an open one right here. I can put it in if need be. But I had to wait for the prime driver to leave before I could, let's see, I don't know, I might be able to put it in where, right next to where the shag driver's at. And, well, well, they got this pole right here. It's a tighter fit here. Alright. Looks like there's a spot right here I can put it in right next to this Armstrong. Hopefully. Is that open there? I can't tell. Can't tell there's something there. Yeah, I think it'll fit in there. It'll be tight with the stuff in there, but I think I can put it in there. Sure, I can see all of that other trailer over there first. Yeah, that should be good. Tight. Trying to stay clear of this stuff over here on the left. Yeah, it'll fit. It's really tight though. At least real tight on the right side. I might even have to drop my landing gear first. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my landing gear first because I might have a, I don't know, it might be alright, but with that stuff over there, it might be an interference. So I'll drop my landing gear, raise my bags up, and put it in there. I'm going to raise my bags back up and should be able to get my landing gear a little more clear of the ground. Alright, we should be good. Alright, I'm going to get that vent door open too and get disconnected. Yeah, watch for the guy to come out, get our bills from him. Alright, let's get this. We are disconnected. The truck doesn't move very well when the tractor brakes are set though. Alright, we're good. And to be honest with you, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird doing disconnecting and not dropping the landing gear because I already dropped it earlier. Alright, there's a JCT here, but it's empty. So it's probably the one sitting in that slanted spot. That's the only one I even noticed over there. I don't know if it's normally like I said, one of the dock guys or receiving a shipping guy or whatever normally comes out to bring me the bills when I come here. Looks like the shag driver's bringing a fry miller trailer over here, so I'm going to figure out what he's doing first before I go around. Might be trying to drop over here by Hurricane, I don't know. He's looking for a dock door. Yeah, he's looking to drop it in that dock door there, so. Okay, yeah, I don't see any JCTs here except for the one that's over here, so it's probably mine. Because I know mine's ready to go. Sitting a little on the high side, I think. I should be feeling it hitting the fifth wheel by now, and I'm not. Alright, now I gotta wait on the fifth wheel. Alright guys, we are ready to head out of here now. Took a bit here. Normally there's someone who comes out and brings the bills out to me, but nobody ever came out, and I ended up having to ask the shag driver if that's how they still do things. Alright, we're clear there. While he was dropping the trailer, and oh, you know what? I should have slid my tandems first because there's a scale right here I can use. I didn't even think about that. I meant to scale it. I know I wanted to scale it, but I didn't think about sliding the tandems first. So let me get over here real quick and we'll get them slid. go scale this load now. Shouldn't be any problems. It's only 35,000 pound load according to the bills. So I don't anticipate any problems, but I'm going to go ahead and check anyway. Especially if you're heavy, it's good practice here because the first cat scale you're going to find on the actual that's in your along the route to I-40 westbound is past the state scale. So looks like we got 11,360 or it's kind of creeping up. Yeah, we can go. Oh, it's that thing sucks. Dropping down to like 10,760 now and keeps dropping, and like, what is up with this thing? It was up to like 11.4 earlier. Alright, screw it, let's just go ahead and go. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a problem anyway. $43,820 for the tractor, so yeah, it's like 32,500 or so on the drive axles. Yeah, that's pretty close to what I have on my gauge too. Heavier than 35,000 pound load. 76.1. Okay, so it's a pretty well balanced load. That's 32.3 on the tandems and 32.5 or something like that on the drive. So really nicely balanced load there for especially for a load going to California. So I'm a happy camper. Let's get out of here. Now the indicator on this scale, if you don't have the greatest vision, you might have problems seeing it. You might have to get out of your truck and actually look at it. I mean, get closer to look at it. I've talked about how I got 2013 vision. Even with my vision, when I had it was just the steers only, I had a difficult time reading it. I could read it, but it was definitely not super easy. Once I got the drives on there, it was easier to read, not super easy, but it was definitely not a problem seeing what it said to me. And then by the time I got my tandems on, oh yeah, it was definitely very easy to read for me. Alright, we're gonna get over here, get our tandems in a position to clear this post. Oh. Alright guys, we'll get out of here and then, oh shit, you know what, I don't think I ever sent my arrival call. Oops. Alright, let me just kind of be out of the way here. I gotta figure out what time I went when I stopped driving. guys, we're ready to head out of here now. Alright, so I was talking earlier, I had a little bit delayed because I had to wait on the shag driver to get the bills for me. Nobody ever brought it out. I don't know if they just short-staffed or something or what, but still was only here for about an hour, so it wasn't too bad, I guess. Alright, so this load will be going to Rayleigh's in Sacramento. That one's due on the 11th in the morning, so that'll be what'll be coming up next. The route out of here I'm going to take is make this right turn. As you see here, truck route up ahead. I'm going to make right turn, and then it says no through trucks on that street across the intersection. Make another right up here on the 71, and then we'll take 71 straight on up to Fort Smith. Get on I-540 in Fort Smith, take that up to I-40, and then it'll be I-40 all the way across into California. From there, if I don't stop, we'll see how we do with time. I might stop at the house first. I may or may not, I don't know. It depends on what kind of time I have to work with. But regardless, I'll be taking Highway 58 across from Barstow to Bakersfield, basically. And then Highway 99, they're all the way up from Bakersfield to Sacramento. I've not looked at how the route is into Rayleigh's. I don't think I've been to that customer before there, so I don't know exactly where in Sacramento they're located, but not really important detail right now. That'll be something for our next video. Alright, so that's all we got on this one. Alright, I don't really think I have any reason to drag this video on. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed. Alright, well, we'll see. Let me zoom this out for you guys so you can at least get a quick little look. There's Fort Smith. Alright, so that's kind of what I'm doing there. Alright, now you guys have that look there. Just pause if you need more time to stare at it, but that's kind of what I'm doing. Oh shit, I'm going a little fast here. Alright, I will see you all in Sacramento. Alright, you all have a great day. We'll see you then.